In this video, you will learn step by step how to make realistic and cinematic AI videos that looks just like that.
That's probably where they keep my father.
I will teach you step by step on how I create these type of cinematic videos with my PCDA framework. And for those who want to level up their AI skills to the max, I got a surprise for you at the end of the video. So with no further ado, let's get going. So first of all, let's deep dive into my PCDA workflow. So what we're gonna do is simple. We're simply gonna start with the P section, which is simply planning. And in this section, we're gonna plan who is the character of our scene, and what is the setting, the background, etc., and what is the action that's going on. So these are the three main elements to make a successful AI cinematic video that actually makes sense. So my process to do all of that is simple. For the character, I go into Xfield AI and I type a simple prompt that describes the portrait of my desired character. And using Nano Pro, I generate my character. And now that I'm satisfied with the look, what I'm going to do is simply make multiple angles of the character face so that I can feed the AI as much information as possible. And then once it is done, I'm simply going to put my character into a mood board as well as the environment I want the scene to be in. And for the action, all you have to do is simply write a simple description of the action that's happening in your scene. It's really simple. So that was for the P. And now if we go over the C section, this is the section where we have to create. So in other words, it is the creation section. So basically what you need to do is simply write a simple prompt. Well, not a simple prompt, but a solid prompt. And then once you have your prompt, you're simply gonna have to generate your scenes, right? So to create your scenes, what you're gonna have to do is simply go into Xfield and you're gonna have to write a solid and a detailed prompt to generate a cinematic picture. But I will not write my prompt manually. What I will do is simply go into my prompt engineering bot that is totally free. Link will be into the description if you want to use it. And I will simply make a simple description of the action and the scene that I want. Once I submit my idea, it will simply give me a super long cinematic prompt. I will simply copy it and paste it into Nano Pro in Xfield. And once I like the result, what I'll do is simply add a cinematic touch to it all, which means light effects. And I'm simply gonna use this prompt right there that is available in my prompt pack. And as you can see, it makes all the difference. And what you're gonna do now is simply repeat this process until you have all of the scenes that you want. And one thing you need to note is that one picture will equate to one sequence. You will understand what I mean by that in the next step, which is the D section. And by the way, before going into the D section, I just want to let you know about my AI visual community, where you can simply learn every single little things about the AI visual world, and you can connect with other creators just like you to improve your AI skills. I cover everything from the prompt engineering and all of these basics to making super realistic AI cinematic videos, and I cover everything in depth, and there's not one piece that is missing. I also created a special workflow especially for the members of the community that I will show you at the end of the video. So the D section is one of the most important section because it is the section where you're gonna have to direct. So this is the directing section, and what I mean by that is, so basically based on the AI image that we generated earlier, you're simply gonna have to write prompts to describe the scene that you want to happen. And the proper structure to do it is really simple. It works like that. While you describe your scene, you're simply going to divide it in different shots. So for example, you're going to open a bracket and write shot 1, then simply describe the whole scene inside of this shot. And here's a little trick to make your AI cinematic videos more realistic. You can add these keywords right there, which says handheld shaky camera, and it will just make the camera shaky and it adds realism to the video. So once you have the first shot done, what you can do is simply just leave some space between and just repeat the process. So here's shot 2, a description of the second shot, and then I left some space, and then I did the same with shot 3. And I cannot stress this enough, you really need to take your time on this section because it is what's gonna break or make your final output, because it is essentially the prompt of the cinematic video that you will make. And this automatically brings us into the A section, which we're gonna animate. So this step is the simplest and the most satisfying one because you see the result instantly. So all you have to do is simply just go into Xfield, and then you're gonna have to add it into the video section. And right there, you're simply gonna have to select the Kling 3.0 model and import the picture that we generated earlier. And now what you're gonna have to do is simply paste the directing prompt into the prompt box and simply adjust your settings to your liking and click on generate. And as you can see, the results are pretty fast now, so we're just gonna take a look. And this is not all, because I wanted to show you guys the ultimate workflow that I created especially for my community members. So here's how it looks like. It regroups everything that you need to have to create a short film. So everything that you need is grouped in one single place, so you can generate your characters and it will automatically give you a 360 consistency sheet to have better consistency with your characters. And next, what you're gonna have to do is simply just slightly change the prompt to describe the overall scene that you want, and with the click of a button it will automatically generate a whole cinematic sequence for you. So if you want to have access to this workflow, simply join the community. Link will be in the description, and I can't wait to see you guys there.